All right, we've had some requests about how to save scenes, save channel strips, and of course, saving and loading in EQ gate compressors. And the XR app for Mac will certainly do that. It's not overly intuitive, so we're going to cover all that today. So the first thing you have to look at is this area over here where you can save to file, load a file, you can copy and paste. All right, so the first thing that we typically want to do is save our scene once we spend a lot of time setting up our default. So all we're going to do is come over here and click on the old school floppy disk icon. And if we click on here, we will be able to save, call it default, and it will save that as a .scn for a scene. And then when we come back over, we can load from here. And I can bring that right back in and it will load up our default scene. And that's going to be for everything that you've got going on in your scene, all your channels, DSP, setup, and routing. Now, the next thing we want to take a look at is, let's say we've got our 4 vocalists and we want to, say, copy and paste some of the settings. Let's say we go in here and we work on the gate, work on the compressor. We come in and have our standard high-pass filter for vocals at 117. We want to add a little bit of high shelving here. And as a starting point, we want that to go across all the channels, along with the assignments and stuff. So we can do an entire channel strip copy by simply selecting a channel strip, coming over to this icon, which is the copy icon, and then pasting it to any channel strip we want. And now we can click paste. Now it copies everything, preamp, all of your monitor settings, etc. I wish it didn't copy the scribble strip, so we would obviously need to go back and relabel that the way it was. But it copies the pan and everything else, so we can do a quick test, pan it, click it, copy it. It's now current in our clipboard. And if I do this, it'll paste the panning and, of course, overwrite the scribble strip again. So that's pretty simple, copy and paste entire channel strips. But there's actually something even better than that, and that is copying and pasting only certain things within a channel strip. So let's say that I've got a EQ that I want to copy and paste, but not overwrite anything else in the channel strip. If I have an EQ and click copy, it copies that down to our clipboard, and now I can go over to my EQ, for example, which is flat, and while on this page, hit paste. Now I'm noticing that it's copying everything except for the low cut filter. So if I've got an elaborate EQ here, I can hit copy, come to my voice, hit paste, and it will paste in this EQ. Now you'll notice that it copied everything excluding the low cut filter. I believe that since it is here in the EQ window section to be dialed in, it should copy that as well. I'm not sure why it's not. And the same thing is going to work for gate. If you come in and have a gate on vocal 1, let's say we have this adjusted and bring that up to say 44. If I'm on the gate window and I hit copy, it's going to copy that in the pasteboard. You'll notice that if you leave the gate window, it disallows you to paste that anywhere. So what's currently on the clipboard is a gate. So you're going to have to go back somewhere else into a gate to paste that. So let's paste that on 12, go to gate. Now my clipboard is active again, and I can paste channel 13's gate settings into channel 12. Okay, and you see that change right there. All right, so let's go try the sends again. If I've got a monitor mix for my keyboards, and let's say for some reason the bass player wants the exact same monitor send, I can come over to sends, click copy, just the sends are copied, and now I can come back over to the bass player and paste those sends. Now keys, let's go back and try it with volume. If I'm on here and I click copy and come back to the bass player and click that, it does copy all of the sends, including the master fader, but nothing else. It probably should not copy the left-right mix fader. Again, it did just copy, as you can see, just those sends and nothing else in the DSP section. Took a look at the effects section, and it doesn't look like anything here can be copied and pasted. I tried that, adjusting some parameters here, and then copying that, and whatever was copied, I don't really know. It was probably the entire channel strip here. But if I was to come over here and click paste, it didn't do anything. All right, so that's a quick overview of how the copy and paste functions work and how the save and load functions work. If you have any questions, let us know on YouTube or check out our Facebook user group, Behringer XR.